The internet seems to love good rear tire lift. The amount of views I got on a variety of platforms with this particular reel was astounding to me. And then here this one again, and finally someone said, hey, can you do a breakdown of this technique? So we will get to that at about 6 minutes into the video if you want to fast forward. But first, I'm going to share with you my journey to Kenny Gwyn's for the Ray Peters Clinic.
Growing like a breeze, country roads take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country roads.
So we're here at the Gwyn Motorsports with Tom. He's come into North Carolina today to the Ray Peters Trials Clinic at the Gwyn Motorsports, and
2026 Synchro.
that's it. Fresh.
It's sharp.
It turns as sharp, but it's raked out a little bit.
It is right. Oh, rear brake! The rear brakes are not broken. Almost looked it out.
This thing's fresh.
Woo!
Yeah, don't be breaking no fenders off. I don't know if they're available yet.
I'll still be on a 4-stroke.
Oh, you're gonna ride the 4-stroke this year, so you got one more year of Evo.
One more year of Evo.
There you go, brother.
I'm gonna go check the
First time at the store, gonna check it out. It'll be a little.
Look at all these pegs. I'm gonna have to give me something.
Yeah, you got all your
Man, this is like Christmas. Look at
riding
all
gear,
this.
and it's all your Beta Enduro stuff here.
Nice
We
hats.
got all your oils and did we mention with the 25 leftovers you get a toolbox? Have you even seen one of these? Check this out. It's a $900 toolbox that comes with the
what?
2025. Yes,
If
sir.
you buy a 2025 bike, you get that?
Yes, sir. It's a $900 toolbox, and it's, look at this. Talking about something cool to put in your
That is
truck.
awesome.
It's got the helmets and the jitsi.
Yeah, I'm gonna try some of those on.
All that stuff. And trials, you got some specialty folks. You got your 6 mile stuff. You got
6
your
Mile Industry.
your
Trial Solutions.
Trial Solution stuff.
David Scarborough,
you got
Motor
David
Trial
Scarborough's
Parts.
Motor Trial Part, yes, sir. And
Look at all that.
I keep all the different brands of Trials tires, the IRCs, the Michelins.
So you got quite a stock here. This is looking really good.
Yeah. So you got Lauren behind the counter. She's your.
All right, out here at Kenny Gwyn's in the spring for the Ray Peters Clinic. We got synchros, brand new synchros. And this is why Ray Peters is teaching the classes, right there.
Ray's been teaching classes at Gwyn Motorsports for quite some time. We had a great turnout. It's a nice facility. You can rent bikes, buy motorcycles. You got man-made obstacles. You got lights, and you also have natural terrain. Chris Bazzelli was there as well as Pavo, and we had a great time working with the students. I'm not going to show you all that footage because I do want to introduce you to that Ray Peters Trials Fundamentals course. I'll talk more about that at the end, but in the meantime, here's a little bit of play riding between some of the classes. Now, if you know anything about trials riding, especially in a mecca like this where there's so many different lines, oftentimes you gather together and say, okay, what's the line? You know, you do something and then I'll see if I can replicate it and do it, maybe even make it better. So here Chris and I are just working on a little downhill to uphill turny section with some different varying obstacles, and then we're also going to get this floater turn series, which we were trying, and man, was it tough. The traction on that rock, that one that's right behind his tire, was just almost non-existent, and so trying to float turn up there, get up there, and then apply the power at the correct time was just really complex. In the meantime, we went over to probably one of the bigger ride-ups that he's got there, and I just really struggled with ride-up still, so getting traction, being comfortable with the RPM higher. Everyone was taking a go at this. This particular one had like a second step you can see there, so after you make it up the rock, you got to hold pressure a little bit and then get over that second portion. So this was something that, you know, I wanted to work on, the confidence building, and you can see Ray doing it from closer and closer. These guys on their 2-strokes getting right up there. I'm still working through my comfortability with the 4-stroke and acceleration. It's definitely got the power. I just got to get comfortable twisting the throttle. I don't know why the sky is fading in and out of blue to white. Something wrong with just the film and the way that it's capturing the metering or something. This line was pretty tricky. If you look off to the right, yeah, that would have been like a 4 or 5 foot drop with no saving it. So I called this Pavo's line.
Pavo. That's the Pavo line. That's the Pavo line right there. Good save. There was a pause there for a second.
moment of sheer terror in there. The center is way harder than where I'm hitting it. Oh, really? Yeah, I would have considered that a textbook hit.
There it is.
All right, so I'm going to set the camera down on the tripod, and I want to get me some of this. If everyone's going to be trying this route up, I want to get after it as well. And gosh, you know, it's just hard to get the rear tire up there to have enough grip. So usually more RPM, and this we were approaching as a ride up. So I'm going to kind of dissect the differences here. A ride up, the rear tire going all the way into the base of the obstacle and then going up. So ride up different than a single blip zap. So I'm going to unload here. You can see the rear tire jump a little bit. Now my jump was kind of late. The unload was late. And here's the part I'm going to talk about. This single blip zap has no clutch involved at all. We're driving the front tire into the obstacle low enough to then be able to unload and lift the rear tire up. So you got to chop off of the gas, jump up and forward, and it's that up and forward and pushing the bars forward after you're already in the air that's going to assist with getting things where we want them to be. Here, I'm actually not done jumping and the bike's trying to rise up. So it's no good if you're pushing down on the pegs while the bike's trying to rise up. So Ray was saying, jump earlier, jump earlier. He wound up pulling out his camera, super slow motion. This is probably the best I've ever done on an obstacle like this. Got my jump done pretty much on time, and then push the bike forward, lift it up, and the rear tire just climbed all the way to the top. Now I've got a full breakdown on that with Ray teaching it inside of his course, the Trials Fundamentals, so you guys can get more insight into that particular maneuver. Meanwhile, Pavo and I wanted to continue working on this, and I said, here, I'll spot for you. You know, it's no fun jumping backwards off that. So sometimes having a minder up there just to help you build your confidence can really make a difference. Now I flew the drone, but unfortunately it was just so dark that you couldn't even really see how cool it was to have it all lit up. So here we are back playing section riding, just working through some different things. And it's these cambered turns with roots, with the variety of terrain, keeping your body position in the appropriate way that, gosh, Ray is just a match at this. You can see the rear tire just kind of sliding down. Sometimes it's hard to know when to brake and how to get your weight off of things in the right time. We had to head back over there to work on that line a little bit, and Chris wound up getting that really good. I'll try and insert an Instagram shot that he did of it. But in the meantime, I said, hey, Chris, can you help me film something? So I got a little side project going on. So we're actually talking about what's legal and illegal as it relates to restarting the motorcycle for the NATC. So if you're getting support from the handlebar, that's not legal. You can only get support just from the tire in order to restart the bike if it does stall. So that video should be coming out as far as the updated rules for NATC, not on my channel, but I helped to redo that video. They've got so much good footage. We basically just used theirs and added in a few supplemental things just to kind of update the video. So that'll be coming. I'll probably talk about it here on the channel and point you guys to it, but it will not be released on my particular channel. Thanks, Chris, for your help in getting that thing filmed. So as per normal, Ray's showing us what can be done on a motorcycle, turning it in some of these ridiculous conditions. The tightness of turns, the body position, the control, the precision to apply the power where you need to and not spin out the rear tire on these roots. This tree, I mean, gosh, how many people have ridden over these roots and it has tripped them up? Here, Jeremy Hadley getting it done. Nice ride for him, pulling it out with a little floater at the end.
Yeah.
Now, if you guys have enjoyed all the Ray Peters content on this channel, you can get even more. I just want to make you aware, we do have a Ray Peters Trials Fundamental course, and that can be found on the website. So right now, for the rest of the month of March 2026, you can get 20% off of that course. You can find it at trialsprogression.com. Here's a list of all the different things that's in there. So there's an outline, you can see it. This is filmed at his clinic. I've got updated lessons in there based on the filming that I did this weekend, as well as what I captured from last year and some riding that we did together as well. You guys can see that on the website. Thanks for watching.